Well, folks, Newark, New Jersey is probably the worst place in America. It's truly an awful, awful city. One of the reasons it's an awful city is because the people who run it are complete idiots. Well, we now have conclusive proof that these are some of the dumbest people alive. So Newark, New Jersey is a pit. It is one of the worst places in America. It is the armpit of civilization. It's a terrible, terrible place, Newark. If you have to fly into Newark, I pity you. I've had to stay the night in Newark, which is essentially the equivalent of maybe Dante's fifth circle of hell. It's a bad, bad place. Anyway, Newark, being a terrible place, also has terrible leadership. Large coincidence there. Well, its leadership is so smart that they made a sister city agreement with a country called Kailasa. And they worked hard to make it happen. In fact, they had an entire press conference. It's supposed to be in Indian jurisdiction, not like Native American, like Indian jurisdiction, like a small country, an emerging Hindu area called Kailasa. Here is the news coverage of what happened next, because awesome sauce. Love it.
What started off as a seemingly well-intentioned partnership has turned into a giant embarrassment for the city of Newark. Earlier this year, Mayor Ras Baraka invited what he thought was the Hindu nation of Kailasa to Newark City Hall for a cultural trade agreement. But it turns out Kailasa is no nation at all. It's a fake.
Very embarrassing for the city.
I truly don't even have words for it. I'm really sorry for the city that they got duped in that way.
Though it has a detailed website, Kailasa has no real government. It's the brainchild of Swami Nithyananda, a notorious scam artist and fugitive from India who has been on the run from rape charges since 2019.
Whose job was it to do a simple Google search, right? As you said, no one in City Hall, not one person did a Google search.
That is the best thing in the world. By the way, the person who established this Hindu nation is a man known, according to KPEL965.com, as Nithyananda, an Indian refugee. He was a Hindu priest. He fled on charges of rape and abduction in 2019. Recently, he claimed that he was developing an airport for aliens, which, by the way, even for aliens, Newark Airport should not be the destination. No one should be forced to fly into Newark Airport. If this was the plan, to build the alien airport in Newark, well, I guess it would make them turn around and go home. So Kailasa has no official territory, although there were at one point rumors that Nithyananda had purchased land off the coast of Ecuador and was using that to establish his nation. But Ecuador was like, nah, not so much. Also, apparently, Nithyananda launched the Reserve Bank of Kailasa in August 2020 and released its official gold currency, the Kailasian dollar. He also announced travel to his island nation would be available to those seeking to visit him. They would first need to travel to Australia and then via private charter to Kailasa and presumably where they would be, murdered and their money taken or something. But that is just spectacular stuff. So Newark being run amazingly well, really well done, Newark. And to the people of Newark, you guys are voting for the best. I just got to say, your mayor, Ras Baraka, he must be amazing at his job and his team must be incredible. You should probably give them control over the massive Newark City budget. You probably should. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Newark has a budget in the billions of dollars, so probably you should have these people run it because they look like really competent. Is what I'm thinking. Just keep Newark. It keeps getting better and better. Life in Newark on that upward trajectory. Yeah, it's going great. Maybe Kailasa will invade and take over Newark and improve its lot, perhaps. Good times. We'll get to more on this particular topic momentarily. But first, I like to think the people who watch this show are the best and the brightest. The people who are looking to the future. You're informed and you're generally ready for whatever life throws at you, whether it is a bad government policy or a personal emergency. But it's not enough to just have the supplies that you need. Jase Medical can make sure, for example, that you have the Jase case, which gives you the 5 antibiotics most commonly used in case, God forbid, you can't get out to the pharmacy in the middle of an emergency. They are now providing you with a free ebook that every family needs in their emergency preparedness kit. The ebook's maybe a 5-minute read. You should download it, you should print it, you should save it, so you have it when you need it. The guide provides valuable information regarding emergency wound care, proper first aid, how to safely use antibiotics when necessary. It's just a smart thing to have around. Get the free ebook today at jasemedical.com/Ben. That's JASE medical.com/Ben. My family has the Jase case. You should do that. And then you should print out that book, download it, make sure you have it. It's a free ebook, jasemedical.com/Ben. That's JASE medical.com/Ben to protect your family smarter today. jasemedical.com/Ben. Well, folks, I do have to say, we're talking about Newark, New Jersey here. I actually have spent an overnight in Newark, and it was terrible. And one of the reasons that it was terrible, aside from being in Newark, is that the quality of the bedding was just garbage. You need good bedding on your bed. This is why you should have Boll Branch sheets. Boll Branch sheets are made from the finest 100% organic cotton threads on planet Earth. They feel buttery to the touch. They're super breathable. They're perfect for both cooler and warmer months. Their signature hem sheets were made with threads so luxurious that 3 U.S. presidents have slept in them. Boll Branch sheets actually soften with every single wash cycle. They're made without pesticides, formaldehyde, or other harsh chemicals. Best of all, Boll Branch will give you a 30-night risk-free trial with free shipping and returns on all orders. You're not going to want to return them. We actually took all the other sheets in our house and got rid of them. We only use Boll Branch in Shapiro stand. Get a better night's sleep with Boll Branch. Get 15% off your first set of sheets plus free shipping when you use promo code Shapiro at bollandbranch.com. Exclusions apply. See site for details. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code Shapiro. That's bollandbranch.com. Promo code Shapiro. Get 15% off your first set of sheets plus the free shipping. Again, bollandbranch.com. Promo code Shapiro. In the most hilarious story of the day, this is just a great story. So Wellesley College is a female college, right? It proclaims itself as a place for, quote, women who will make a difference in the world. Its celebrated alum include Hillary Clinton, Madeleine Albright, and Nora Ephron. So they put up for a referendum on Tuesday whether trans men should be able to attend Wellesley College. Now, you'll recall by the logic of the transgender movement that trans men are men. Trans men are men. Clappy emojis, right? Trans men are men. Snap it. Snap it. Okay, so there's only one problem with this. If trans men are men, they should not go to women's colleges. But Wellesley College voted. Its students supported a referendum that polarized the campus, went straight to the heart of Wellesley's identity as a women's college. The referendum called for opening admissions to all non-binary and transgender applicants, including trans men. Currently, the college allows admission to anyone who lives and consistently identifies as a woman. The referendum also called for making the college's communications more gender inclusive. For example, using the word students or alum instead of women. So I have a question. Apparently, this means that men who identify as women can go to Wellesley, and women who identify as men can go to Wellesley. So what we are now acknowledging is that the only people who cannot go to Wellesley are men who identify as men. So if you're a man and you say you're a lady, you're a lady. If you're a lady and you say you're a man, you're still a lady. And if you're a lady who says you're a lady, you're a lady. But if you're a man who says he's a man, verboten, this is what makes you a man. So I think somewhere along the line, you guys lost the logic. Again, it's hysterical to me that they literally cannot define woman. And so they are trapped into the mutually exclusive position of women who identify as men are still women, and men who identify as women are also women. That is a mutually exclusive message. It does not apply. Again, if trans women are women and trans men are men, then trans men should not be allowed into a women's college. In a message to campus last week, the head of Wellesley described it as, quote, a women's college that admits cis, trans, and non-binary students, all who consistently identify as women. But now they're changing that. Students held a sit-in. They said that this is bad. The student newspaper's editorial board wrote, we disapprove and entirely disagree with the president. So this makes Wellesley ripe for a lawsuit. The next man who decides to identify as a man is going to have a hell of a lawsuit on his hands when he applies to Wellesley. And it's going to be hilarious because he's going to say, listen, I'm a man who identifies as a man, but trans men are also men. So Wellesley is open to men. So they are discriminating on the basis of immutable characteristics. This is a violation of Title IX. And I am here for it, man. It is going to be delicious. I love that story. It is so great. Wokeness eating itself. Wokeness defined as identity politics before merit on a general level. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show is continuing right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting into the mailbag. If you're not a member, become a member. Use code Shapiro at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. Click the link in the description and join us.